Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about advent calendars. This might be a little bit early in the year for some of you, especially if you are in the US and you're like, hold up, it's still September and we have Halloween and Thanksgiving to deal with. I totally get that, I respect it. Might be a bit too soon for you guys, but here in Australia we don't have any of that. We just have nothing and then Christmas. Also, Christmas is my favorite time of year, so I am ready to start talking about it. I am ready for it. And also advent calendars are starting to launch, so now is the time for this video. Now I have named this video the 12 beauty advents of Christmas because traditionally advent is 12 days, but I actually have 25 to talk to you about. And the reason for that is because in my world, an advent calendar should have 25 days. You should have the whole lead up to Christmas and then something special on Christmas Day. However, I'm going to talk about 12 that really interest me in a bit more depth, and the other 13 I'm just going to run through them because I feel like they're honorable mentions and I don't need this video to be a feature-length film. I know some of you would like it to be, but this is not the time. Before I get into it, I will just mention that some of these advent calendars are UK exclusive. Now, being an advent calendar lover, I obviously research them a lot every year because it's a favourite pastime of mine. And from what I've been able to tell is I think the UK also is an advent calendar lover because they do a lot of them. I would say that some of the best ones are available in the UK. Some of them though can be shipped to Australia, but a lot of the prices that I have, because these will launch in the UK first, I was only able to find UK prices and UK release dates, but I'll go through them. I just want to preface that in case anyone's like, why do you keep talking about pounds? Where are the Australian dollars? Where are the US dollars? For some of them, they won't ship to us, or they only sell them in pounds but will ship to us, or I just don't have or could not find those details at the time of researching for this video. Okay, without further ado, let's get into it. In no particular order, this is just the order that I found them in and started researching them in. We're starting with Elle. Now, this one may be a UK exclusive. I do not believe that they ship globally, which I personally feel they need to sort that out. This is a 25-day calendar, which we stan. It's £149 and it comes with a 6-month digital subscription to Elle magazine plus free shipping. This one is available for pre-order now and it contains a mixed array of brands. So it's not a brand exclusive, it has products from all sorts of brands in it. There is skincare, makeup, hair care, and I believe even nail products. And some of the brands that you'll find in there are Fenty and Huda, also Foreo, and the very, very fancy Clé de Peau. Next up is an advent calendar that I drool over every year, and I think to myself, maybe one day, but whether that day will ever come, I don't know. This one is very expensive, it's very bougie, it's a bitter pill for me to swallow. I do have issues with spending that kind of money on an advent calendar when I just don't have that kind of disposable income. This is the Jo Malone advent calendar. It is a 24-day advent calendar, and oh, here comes the dog. Yes, cute interruption. Hello, girl. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, it's fine. And she's off again. So this advent calendar previews online on the 30th of September and is available on the 15th of October, in store 18th of October. This retails for £325, 370 euros, or wait for it, I believe it's going to be 670 Australian dollars this year. Whew! You can see why I've never purchased it. She's bougie. This is beyond a treat. Now, this is obviously a brand exclusive advent calendar. It just contains Jo Malone products and it contains colognes, candles, bath and body products. Running alongside the Jo Malone advent calendar is the Jo Loves calendar. Now, I think was their first one last year or the year before. I'm not sure, but Jo Loves is a fairly new brand, and it is like it's an offshoot of Jo Malone. Now, this one is a 25-day calendar, which I love, and there is a full size item on the 25th day, which I love even more. This one is in a star shape. It's very festive, it's very cute. I do believe though this is potentially a UK exclusive. It's £325 and it's going to launch on October 7th. This one contains candles, fragrance, bath and body products. We need to talk about rituals because this is, I've never purchased one of these advent calendars. It's always been on my radar, but they make the prettiest, most festive advent calendars I've ever seen. So they usually do multiple. This year there are 2. They are both 24-day advent calendars and they are available now. They ship to many countries, but not Australia from what I can see. And they do include free delivery, which is fantastic. Now, the 2D traditional pop open door advent calendar is €59.90. This is probably not reusable. Most advent calendars that I'm going to be talking about in this video or have already talked about are reusable. You can, you know, they're like little drawers or boxes or something like that, and you don't have to throw it away if you don't want to. You can store it away for next Christmas and maybe put chocolates in there for the kids or something like that. So if you wanted to do that, that is an option, but I don't believe it is with this 2D one because the doors, they're perforated and you just pop them open. The 3D one is the Christmas Village. If I was able to buy one, this is the one that I would purchase. It is, mwah, it's so freaking cute. This is €89.90, and of course these are brand exclusives, so they contain only ritual products. They've got candles, bath, body, hair and fragrance products in them. Okay, let's talk about Cult Beauty. This one is like, I'm considering buying this. I might do it. It's very expensive though, but I kind of want it. So this is a 25 door advent calendar, but it contains 38 products apparently. I didn't look into this too far because I'm considering buying it. I'm letting that little nugget just stew in my brain for a little while. 19 of those 38 products are full size, which I love. This launches on October 12th and it does come with free shipping. I think this product ships globally. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might. Now, this one is £215. Cult Beauty, everything they sell is in pounds. It's a UK website, but they ship to Australia. I know that for sure. But I don't know if they ship this advent calendar to Australia. Now, the value that they're saying is £960, and it does contain mixed brands. There's skincare, hair, bath and body, and makeup in there. Some of the brands that you will find are Briogeo, Victoria Beckham Beauty, and Natasha Denona. She fancy, and I think I want this one. Like, I don't think I want this one. I know I want this one, but whether I will spend the money is another story. Next up, we have Chantecaille. Now, this is their first ever advent calendar, and usually a first ever advent calendar from a brand would not make what I consider my top 12 shortlist, because I would like to see what they do for a few years before, you know, I sort of go, hey, look at this thing, it's really cool. But also in my head, I'm like, look at this thing, it's really cool, because the advent calendar is kind of gorgeous. So this is only a 12 door, which I don't love, but they are just dipping their toes into the water for the first time. So, you know, I'm giving them a pass on that. This is likely going to launch in October. I don't have a date though. However, the wait list is available now. It is going to retail for $375 US. Is anybody surprised? I'm sure as hell not. Chantecaille, she expensive. Obviously, this is a brand exclusive advent calendar and it contains skincare and makeup. This one's on my radar. I won't buy it this year, but I will definitely be checking it out in years to come to see how they grow with their advent calendar and whether it just ends up being the same thing every year, like another brand that we will talk about a little bit later. Next up is one that I have purchased in the past. I think it was actually my first ever beauty advent calendar that I purchased, and I would say that okay, most of these are very expensive that I'm talking about. This one is also expensive, but I feel like it's a little bit more obtainable and it's still a great advent calendar. So this one is the Look Fantastic advent calendar. It is a 25 door advent calendar, which I love. It is available for pre-order now, and it launches or ships out on the 1st of October, I believe. This one retails for 155 Australian dollars, 115 US dollars, and 85 pounds. This is a mixed brand advent calendar. It contains full sizes and minis. There's skincare, makeup, hair care, nail products. There's bath, body, and I believe there's even a candle in this one. And it contains brands like Omrovixa. I do this every time. In my head, I know it, but when it comes out of my mouth hole, it's like, yeah, you guys get it. There's also BioEffect in there and Kate Somerville, amongst like an array of other brands. Next up is Fortnum and Mason. Now this is a UK exclusive. They do not ship globally. They only ship in some European areas. Now this is a 25-day advent calendar. It is available now, but it doesn't ship until the 24th of October. This retails for £225. It is a £750 value. Now this is a mixed brand advent calendar, and I look at this one every year because these are beautiful advent calendars, but the thing that made me want to put this one on the list, even though it's only for my UK viewers, was the fact that of the 25 days that this has in the calendar, 20 of them are full-size products, which is pretty damn good. So this contains skin, makeup, hair, bath and body. Some of the brands that you will find in here are like, oh, I would buy the shit out of this. Like, I'm seriously considering, like, bucket list, I've got to go to the UK and do like a Christmas there and buy all of the advent calendars that I'll never be able to buy while I live in Australia. Just like, that's going to be my holiday one year. This contains products from brands like Cult 51, Eccentric Molecules, and Fortnum and Mason's own brand. They also do, if you're in the UK and you don't know this, they do a lot of advent calendars. They do like snacking advent calendars. Obviously they do like luxe chocolate advent calendars, tea advent calendars, traditional advent calendars. But I was looking at their snacking one and I was just like, why aren't brands doing this in Australia? Get on it. I will buy the shit out of this shit. Next up is Space NK. Now Space NK is a UK retailer, so they do sell their products in pounds, but you can change the currency to US and a few others. Unfortunately not Australian dollars. But I believe they actually ship this globally, except for Spain, apparently. That's what they say on the website. Anyway, this is what appears to be a 24 door advent calendar, but it contains 30 products. So, I mean, I can't be mad about that, really. However, I would still like to see that 25-day box or door, although it might be difficult with fitting it into a particular shape. So, you know, we won't complain too much. Now this is available for pre-order now, but it ships on October 15th. That's not unusual with advent calendars. A lot of companies do that. So this retails for 245 US dollars, 199 pounds. Apparently has a 740 pound value. It is a mixed brand advent calendar. It contains candles, products for the skin, the hair, there's makeup, there's bath and body products in there. Some of the brands you will find in there are Sunday Riley, Hourglass, and ABH. I want this one as well. I'm just putting it out there. Next up is Liberty London. Now, this is one that I would probably buy if they shipped to Australia. They do ship to many countries. Australia is not one of them. They do, obviously, you know, Liberty London, they're a UK company. They do ship to the US though. Anyway, look, cry me a river. I can't get 50 million advent calendars. Is it really doing me any damage? No. So you can sign up to be notified for this one now, but it launches on midnight of October 6th apparently. Now this is a 25-day advent calendar. It is £225 with an £840 value, and it contains mixed brands and an extensive product range, as like what I've mentioned earlier, with hair, skin, body, all that stuff. This contains brands like 111 Skin, Davines, my absolute fave, Davines is in there, and Armour Beauty, which is great to see what is still a relatively new brand showing up in advent calendars. I love that. Another UK one, this is the John Lewis Advent Calendar. Look, the UK, they know how to do it, guys. They just know, they know. They got it on point. This is a 25-day Advent Calendar. Can you see why I love them? I'm just like, yes to all the things. The tick, tick, tick. So this launches on the 4th of October. It does include free shipping. It's £159 with over a £600 value apparently. It's mixed brand and an extensive product range. It contains brands including Laura Mercier, Floral Street and Living Proof. And the last calendar in my shortlist of 12, which, look, this was a hard list to make, but anyway, we got there. We had, look, sometimes you got to make choices, don't you? This one is from Net-a-Porter. I had to include this one because I have had it in the past and I actually really, really loved it. These guys do ship globally, which is fantastic. This is a 25-day advent calendar, which I love, and it contains 17 full-size products, which I think is fantastic. This is a mixed brand and extensive product calendar, and it contains products from brands including Charlotte Tilbury, there's This Works, and also Tata Harper. This one launches on October 4th, and it is retailing for £225 with a claimed over £1,300 value. What? Okay, let's get into the next group of advent calendars. I'm not going to talk about these as in depth. I am going to put images up. I'll let you know how much they are, when they launch, how many days they are. These are ones that I came across and I thought, look, I want to talk about them, but I don't want to go like as in depth. Look, I didn't go too in depth with the other things. I don't want to give away all of the excitement and the surprises with them, but I still want to mention these. So let's go through them. It Cosmetics, they have their first ever advent calendar this year. I love seeing brands get into advent calendars. I mean, I will say at this time, I feel like you are like late to the game, seriously, but maybe that's just because I'm advent calendar obsessed and I have been for an extremely long time. So whenever someone is releasing an advent calendar for the first time at this time, when they've already been an established brand, I'm like, where were you? Where were you 5 years ago? Huh? So this is only a 12-day advent calendar. It is retailing for $149 and it is available now. Next up is Aldi. Now, look, I mention this because Aldi in the past have done wine advent calendars. I believe in the UK they've also done a cheese advent calendar. I think this might be their first beauty advent calendar. It is just with the Lacura brand. Now this isn't something that I would buy, but I do know some people love the Lacura products, so I think it's worth mentioning. It is a 24-day advent calendar. It's only £49.99 and you can pre-order it online on the 24th of October and it's in store on the 28th of October. This will be a UK exclusive, I'm sure. However, if you're in Australia and you start to see any advent calendars in like the Aldi in Australia that's not the wine one, because I think we do have the wine one here, I want you to come back to this video and I want you to comment and let me know. I want you to chase me down on any platform and scream at me, Hailey, Aldi has the advent calendars. Because while I might not be into buying them, I want to know, and I maybe want to go check it out because I'm crazy like that. Another first is coming from Bobbi Brown this year. So this is a 12-day advent calendar. It's going to retail for £102. I'm not sure if this is going to be globally released or if they're just testing the waters in the UK. It is launching on October the 5th. Now, I don't want to leave the men out of this advent calendar. Whether you would like a bit more of a masculine advent calendar in your life, or if you're thinking maybe you would like to buy a man in your life an advent calendar, a beauty advent calendar, mind you, I have two to mention. So Mr. Porter has a men's advent calendar. It is 12 days and it contains all full-size products. It's £120 or $150 US. It ships globally, and I don't have the exact release date, but I think this is going to launch most likely early October. Another men's one that I have seen in the past and I think is great is the Liberty London men's advent calendar. Now, I don't have a lot of information at the moment. I can put up a picture of last year's and I did find a list of what will be in the men's one this year, but I haven't seen an image of it yet. But this one is larger than the Mr. Porter one. This is typically a 24-day. I didn't count the list of the men's one, so look, whether it's 24 or 25, it doesn't matter. I do know for a fact it's a larger advent calendar. It's likely to release early October as well. I would say within like the first 10 days. So if this is something that you would like to chase up, it's something you would chase up in the near future. Okay, continuing on with the sort of traditional beauty ones, let's talk about MAC. Now, MAC started doing advent calendars a couple of years ago, and I do think this year is looking a little bit better than past year. A lot better, if you ask me. So this one is a 24-day advent calendar and it is £135. I haven't been able to find the Australian or the US price yet, but they do release them globally. I was only able to find the UK prices because they're crazy like me and they release things early and I love them for it. Diptyque. Okay, this is another one that I'm like, every year I'm like, God, I would. If I was rolling in it, I really would. I would just treat myself. So this is a 25-day advent calendar. It is £320. Pre-ordering on the 1st of October. It will release on the 15th of October. This one contains products from Diptyque, obviously, and it's like fragrances and candles and just treats. It would not be an advent calendar video if I did not mention YesStyle. YesStyle has sent us their advent calendars many years in a row and we've unboxed them on Beauty News and we have loved that and appreciated that, and I think they're fantastic. So if you are into K-beauty or J-beauty, the YesStyle one is definitely one to be on your radar, and this is launching really soon and they sell out really quickly. This is a 24-day advent calendar. It's going to retail for 298 Australian dollars, 208 US dollars, 158 pounds. You can pre-order it on the 28th of September. They usually do have like more release dates, so they release like a batch of them, release another batch. I don't know what those dates are this year. I don't have that information. I would check them out on Instagram though to find out that information, because they usually do share it. Let's talk about another bougie one. I mean, these have all been fairly bougie, haven't they? They're quite a treat. This is La Mer. This is a 12-day advent calendar. It's retailing for £435 and it is launching on October 11th. So if you want those La Mer little treats, they got it for you. Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, so earlier when I was talking about the Chantecaille calendar, it's their first, I mentioned usually I like to wait and see what they do for a few years to make sure they're not releasing the same thing over and over. And I mean, I'm literally looking at Charlotte Tilbury while I say this. So Charlotte Tilbury have one calendar this year, but you can buy it in two ways. You can buy the calendar on its own. Oh, and also I use the term calendar very loosely, but we'll get into that. So you can buy the calendar on its own, or you can purchase it with a palette. The prices differ. I have just written down the prices without the palette here. If you want to know more, you can go forth and investigate. So this is a 12-day advent calendar. It is not numbered. So this is actually selling in, it's like a little like beauty chest basically, and it's got little drawers. You open them up. It does look very pretty. Teresa is Dead actually did an unboxing video of this. If you want to like go and check it out, I will link that down below. I did watch it and it was good to see, but I was like, hang on, excuse me, ma'am, I think this is the same as last year. And it is, just with some color differences and ever so slight product differences. So there's that. This retails for 295 Australian dollars, 200 US dollars, or 150 pounds. Marks and Spencer. Okay, again, the UK coming with the good stuff. So this is a 25-day advent calendar. And this is only £40 when you spend £30 on homewares, beauty, or clothing. This is launching on the 28th of October. Now, Marks and Spencer's, they have, I don't know if they ship globally, but I know in Australia they have like an Australia website. I'm pretty sure it still ships from the UK though. I'm not sure. I don't know if this advent calendar is going to be available for Australians to purchase or for people in the US to purchase, but it is there. It is one that I'm going to look more into this because I'm curious. Next up, we have The Body Shop. Now, I need to mention these advent calendars because I do look at them every year. I've never purchased one. I don't think I would, but they always interest me enough to take some time to have a look at them and see, you know, what their theme is for the year. Now they do 3 advent calendars and they have for many years. There's one that's a 24-day advent calendar and then there's 2 that are 25-day advent calendar. In Australia, I haven't got the prices for the UK or the US. I would recommend going to your own like website to check those prices out. In Australia, they retail for $100 for the 24-day, $160 for one of the 25-day, and $250 for one of the last 25-day advent calendar. And I think the difference is more the size of the products that's in them. They are available now as well if you want to go and check them out. And the last one is coming from Lush. Now, I've never purchased one of the Lush advent calendars, and I wouldn't, because I have a horrendous habit of purchasing Lush items and then putting them in my bathroom cabinet and never using them. It's really like, it's a bad habit and I'm trying to sort myself out. But I do check this one out every year because I feel like every year they get a little bit better with how they're, like the products that they're putting in it. So this is a 25-day advent calendar and it also includes some retro products that aren't, like, they haven't been re-released. They're like, or they haven't been re-released this year. You won't be able to just buy them individually on the website. You can only get them in the advent calendar. Now, I went on to the Lush website and I had a look. It is on the website, but I can't see the price. It says it's sold out. I don't know when it went up for pre-sale or if it has yet. I don't know if it's listed on the website as like a sort of placeholder, but it hasn't gone up for pre-sale yet, or if it's gone up for pre-sale and it's sold out. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just don't know. This ships in mid-October though, and I did check the UK one just to have an idea of the price. £185. I think maybe this actually started showing up online in August, and look, it is the end of September now, and in my world Christmas starts in October, so you know, that's me on like an extreme level, an extreme Christmas junkie level. I personally think August is too early to release Christmas stuff. Sneak peek it, fine. I'm not going to complain about that. But releasing it for pre-sale? Ugh. You must have some in the back for the people who are going to want it later down the track. And they probably do. But yeah, that's my thoughts at the moment. Okay guys, so that is it for my 12 days of beauty advent. 25 days really, because that's just the way I roll. If you are considering getting any of these advent calendars, or you've already pre-ordered some, or you've had some in the past years and you want to let me know your thoughts, comment section, it's all yours. I'm going to be there looking at what you guys are up to with the advent calendar thoughts. That's it. I'm going to leave it there, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.